Hello. Hi, I'm Carolyn Banner of Body by Banner, and I'm really excited to talk to you guys today. I wasn't really planning to do a live, but I posted an Insta story yesterday about how I wasn't able to work out yesterday, and I was just focusing on really increasing my steps and aiming to get 15,000 steps in, and I was super close. It was like 14,500 and something. And it was with my phone. I don't have a Fitbit or anything like that. I was just using my phone to calculate it. So I think I probably hit 15,000 pretty easily, but wasn't capturing all of it. But I had a lot of responses on DM just like asking me, like, oh my gosh, like, that's awesome to hear. Or like, I know I'm a mom, I'm like hustling around all the time with my kids, walking and cleaning up after them and just like busy. But I don't really have time to get in those workouts very often, and I feel so much guilt about it. So it's just like, I hear this and it's so nice to like finally get some feedback on that. All right, so I'm gonna open this a little bit. It's weird lighting. Hey, Juanita. So if you're jumping on, so I'm gonna talk about that. Like, do I need to go to the gym? Do I need to work out to be fit? And bust some myths, hopefully, for you guys. Because I hear this a lot from moms especially, and it's just like, we can so easily add on more and more guilt to our shoulders that we already have a lot on there. And it doesn't do any good to be feeling bad about things that we just aren't able to add additional things into our lives. I think sometimes we can make excuses for, we really could maybe add some things in, but I'm not talking about that today. I'm talking about I'm not talking about getting gritty, and I'm not talking about like making sure you make the time for your workouts and all that kind of stuff, because that's a different time and place. Today I want to talk about can we actually be healthy and fit without going to the gym or going and doing workouts all the time. But before that, I'd love to hear from you guys. I'd love to know if you can hear me okay, for one. I was about to go do this outside. I actually went outside and was walking to the park because I really wanted to be moving while I was talking about movement. But it was so windy out that I just decided to come back home, because I know it can be really annoying to listen to a Facebook Live and it's so much background noise. So I'm here in my dining room talking to you. But I'd love to hear where you're from. So put in the comments, if you can, where you're listening in from. And yeah, what do you think? Do you think that you need to go to the gym? Do you think that you need to lift weights, work out to be fit? Or do you think movement, like walking, is enough? Let me know. I want to hear your thoughts. And just another thing, yesterday when I've been starting to get more people responding to Insta stories. So if you're not on Instagram, I encourage you to head over there. Insta stories are my favorite. So I love to communicate with people and just share some more of day-to-day stuff. So connect with me over on Instagram if you're not already, and shoot me up in the DMs. I'd love to hear and just chat and carry the conversation further over there. So I had a lot of feedback on that yesterday and wanted to just jump on here and talk about it. So my personal and professional opinion is that yes, depending on your goals, so that's important to get clear on what your goals are, that you can absolutely be healthy and fit without doing workouts all the time. So here's an example. This is a friend of mine actually, and she was the one that we were having the conversation with yesterday. And she has 3 kids that are a year apart. They're, I think, 4, 3, and 2. And she walks to and from dropping them off at school pickup. And she walks to the beach. She walks to all their activities, pushing literally 3 bodies on the stroller. There's 2 kids in the stroller and 1 on the stand-up. And she's hustling and she's walking, not only walking, but also just being active with them, playing with them, and cleaning up from them, being a mom, carrying them, and just full on, she's a full-time mom. And so she was saying to how much she's feeling guilty about maybe not getting in the workouts. But honestly, you guys, if that's your position, if that's your moment in life, that's your chapter in your life right now, is that you are full in on something like that, when you're, especially moms, here's what I think. Here's my professional opinion. Especially if you want to stay fit and healthy for a long time, is to focus on your sleep, to focus on your stress. So taking those time, maybe a workout is good. Maybe the workout is your stress management. It's going to help you feel better too and get you stronger. But I would say focus on sleep, optimizing your sleep, focus on your stress management. Nutrition, of course, is always important, but really in terms of fitness, I would say what she's doing already, walking and being super active and getting in probably well over 10,000 steps every single day. Go and do your thing, girl. Take your time. If workouts help you feel better and are stress management for you, then yes, go do that. If it's adding more stress to your life though, I would not say do it. I would say maybe get strategic about adding in some little like strength bursts throughout the day with maybe some push-ups, which can be elevated even, you know, like hands on the tub, doing tricep dips at the tub. One of the moms in my group in the Magic Makers movement is doing Bulgarian split squats at the tub while the water is like warming up for the kids' bath. You can get super creative and add in a little bit of strength, which I think is important as we start to age, especially to keep our strength and to stay fit. But honestly, like if you're already getting in 10,000 plus steps a day from just being active, do that. And then focus on little bits of strength sprinkled in and stress and sleep management, really optimizing those. So that's my message for you moms especially. Do not add additional guilt to yourself. If it helps you feel good, if it's your time that you can carve out, then by all means, woman, go do it. Go get your workout in, go to the gym, make that time, go to your yoga class, do that. But honestly, like I don't want you to feel more guilty about not getting in workouts. There are of course tons of resources on YouTube, my channel as well, for quick short workouts. If that's something you love, do that. There'll be a new phase of your life when you can start to ramp it up again. And for that mom who's in that just like the trenches time where they're getting tons of interrupted sleep, they're not really getting good rest, they're super stressed out, they have a lot on their plate, they're full-time momming, do a workout if it feels good to you, but do not feel like you need to add more guilt to yourself if you're not doing it. Stay active and focus on your sleep and your stress management. And there's a comment I was reading. Yeah, Juanita's saying, I think walking has helped my grandma live into her 90s. I think she's 94. Yes, like think about in the past, you guys, people didn't have cars. They had to walk a lot all the time. And we've gotten, especially in this, as people who live in the suburbs, we unfortunately have to rely on cars a lot. So as much as you can incorporate movement, walking. So I want to kind of talk a little bit now about another scenario. So that was a mom who's already active. It's naturally part of her day. What about someone else who maybe is still super busy, but maybe they drive a lot or they don't work out very much, and they're kind of trying to figure out how to figure out this healthy lifestyle, and they're not sure like where to start. I would say the number one thing is to increase your activity, to walk. That's the simplest, easiest thing to do, is to walk or just incorporate more activity throughout your day with taking the steps, taking walking breaks, gardening if that's something you love to do. Any way you can get, people have like those pedals you can do at your desk, so while you're sitting you can be pedaling like you're riding a bike and getting in some movement even when you're sitting at your desk. So any of those ways, if you're someone who's not fit right now and you want to get fit and you think that the solution is to add a 30-minute workout 5 days a week to your sedentary lifestyle and that's going to be your magic bullet, I don't want to burst your bubble, but what I would say is the best thing to start doing is to walk. If you're not doing any walking, to start with 20, 30 minutes a day. Ultimately, the goal is to get up to 60 minutes a day or at least 10,000 steps if you can. If you're not doing a workout on top of that, I would say, all of us should be getting 10,000 steps, but if you're not doing additional workout, then maybe aim for 15,000. Try and increase your steps if that's more of your lifestyle is really focused around activity versus working out, then all of us should get around 10,000. I would say 700 or 7,500 to 10,000 steps baseline. And then if you're just focusing on an active lifestyle and not necessarily adding in the workouts yet, really increase your steps. Focus on that. Add in an extra walk in the evening if you are able to, and bump it up to try and get 15,000 in. And then if you really enjoy, that's where the goals come in. If you want, excuse me, I have allergies in my throat's all clogged up. If you really want to change the shape of your body and you really want to have like some sort of athletic goal, or you really want to start to ramp up your fat loss, then that's when you can add in strategic workouts where you add in the strength training, where you still stay active, you still keep those steps up, but you add in strength training, circuit training, all that kind of good stuff. And that can be the next step. But I would say number one, if you're not very active and you want to become fit, all of us, I think myself included, it's something I'm still working on. We need to increase those steps. So yesterday, I almost did it. My daily goal is always 10,000. Yesterday I was like, well, I'm not gonna get in a workout because it was a super hustle day. I was running from appointment to appointment and then was gonna be out late in the evening. And so I set this goal for 15,000. I shared that on Instagram and I almost made it, you guys. I think I really did make it, but my phone doesn't track every single step. So I got to like 400 short of it. So set those goals for yourself, get your feet moving, get those tootsies moving, and stay active. It's super important. We can't just slap on a workout on a sedentary lifestyle and think that's going to keep us healthy and fit. What's really going to keep us healthy and fit for a long life is moving our feet and getting active, doing anything we can to just break the sedentary lifestyle. All right, you guys, have a wonderful day. Shoot me questions if you have them. Even if you're watching this on later, I want to hear where you're listening in from, where you watched from, and what you want to hear from me. What kind of questions do you have? I want to be jumping on Facebook Live a bit more often and answering your questions and taking it in the direction that you guys want to hear more of. This was inspired by feedback I was getting through the DMs and Instagram, and I love to hear from you guys. So always feel free to message me, email me, and keep the conversation going. All right, love ya. Have a good day. And go walk. Get those feet moving.